So here we go again. A court just smacked down Donald Trump's latest attempt to force blanket tariffs onto basically everybody, ruling that this version is illegal too. And if you're sitting there thinking, wait, didn't courts already tell him he couldn't do this? Yeah, they did. Earlier this year, the Supreme Court already shut down one of Trump's tariff schemes. So the administration came back trying a totally different legal angle, digging through some obscure 1970s trade law, hoping nobody would notice. Their whole strategy was basically, okay, maybe we can't do it that way, but what if we try this loophole instead? And now the trade court is saying, nope, you can't do that either. The key thing here is Trump keeps trying to slap massive tariffs on imports without Congress, because even some Republicans know blanket tariffs are a political and economic mess. If this had to go through Congress normally, there's a good chance enough lawmakers would have said absolutely not. So instead, the White House went hunting for executive powers buried in old trade laws so Trump could do it himself. The court says the administration abused Section 122 of the 1974 Trade Act, which was originally created for a completely different situation back when the United States dollar was tied to gold and lawmakers were worried about currency reserve problems. It was never designed to give presidents unlimited power to tax imports however they want. And that's really what tariffs are. They're taxes. Trump spent years screaming about inflation and attacking Biden over rising prices, then turned around and pushed policies that literally make products more expensive. That's not complicated economics. If companies have to pay extra taxes to bring goods into the United States, those costs get passed on to consumers. Stuff costs more. End of story. And Trump keeps pretending foreign countries are the ones paying these tariffs when that's just not how this works. Let me explain it in plain English. Say an American company buys products from China. They already paid the Chinese supplier before the shipment even arrives. Then the goods hit a United States port and customs says, cool, now pay the tariff. The American company writes the check. Not China, not Beijing, the United States importer pays it. That money goes straight to the United States government. So when Trump brags that tariffs are bringing in hundreds of billions of dollars, he's talking about money collected from American businesses and eventually American consumers. What makes this even crazier is Trump's response to losing in court. Instead of respecting the ruling, he immediately started attacking the judges again, calling them radical left judges, because apparently anytime someone tells him no, they're suddenly part of some conspiracy. And then he basically admitted on camera that they'll just keep trying different ways to push the tariffs through anyway. That's the bigger issue here. It's the mindset that laws and constitutional limits are just obstacles to get around instead of actual limits on presidential power. And now there's another huge problem for the administration, because if these tariffs were collected illegally, companies can demand refunds. That money doesn't go back to China because China never paid it in the first place. The refunds go to American companies that were forced to pay these import taxes. But now there's pressure from Trump world for businesses to stay loyal and not even ask for their money back, which is honestly unbelievable. Imagine paying millions in tariffs that courts later say were illegal and then feeling political pressure not to request a refund because you might end up on Trump's bad side. That's where we are right now. And meanwhile, regular Americans are still stuck paying higher prices while politicians play legal games trying to force through policies courts keep ruling illegal.